Hello, everyone. Benny from Benny Breaks 702, same handle as on IG and on eBay. Today is the most important video of all time. Probably not, but it's still a pretty important video. Which one is better? Hobby, retail, or just buying singles? So you're the average person, you probably have yourself a budget monthly that you spend on cards. So should you buy it on hobby boxes like this H2, mega boxes like those? As you can see, it's 4 mega boxes, like one a week, or buy yourself the amount of singles that an H2 would cost. So I'm going to go through that all that with you today. I'm going to break it down. Everything's been open, so you don't have to worry about me ripping packs and screwing up. You don't have to worry about that. So, with that being said, without further ado, as some people say way too often on here, let's look at it. So let's start with retail, since that's what most people on here rip. And let me magically take that off, and you can see I have all the singles right there. If you want to see those videos of me ripping those boxes, that's going to be the next 4 Wednesdays. So get ready for that fun. I open a mega box a day. Mega box a day keeps the doctor away because you want to shoot yourself by the time you're done. But anyway, enough of that fun stuff. So retail's fun. I love ripping packs. Packs are very fun to rip. And you never know what you're going to get inside, right? Just like the box of chocolates that Forrest Gump talks about. The cool part about retail, especially with Select, is you get a lot of rookies. So the stack here on the left, oh, here, let me get these out of the way. So these are rookies that were not, like rookie bases that were not like, somewhat bangers. Like on the rookie side, for example, I got all the quarterbacks. I got a Purdy, Mechie. Who else did I get in here? That's a quarterback. Kenneth Walker, Pickett's. I got 2 Pickett's. I got Sam Howell. I got 2 Desmond Ritters. And I got some cool die cuts. Olave, Sam Howell. Looks like I got 2 Drake Londons in there. A couple other guys. I got this numbered Myles Garrett to 35. I got a couple Mahomes. And then I actually pulled a zebra. So that video is next week. I think it was first pack, if I'm not mistaken. First pack, first box. Pulled a zebra of legendary Jets running back Zonovan Knight, who's a rookie, who's sitting behind Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. Let's hope Zonovan Knight gets some playing time. I want to see this thing skyrocket. But anyway, you just never know what you're going to get. And like I said, you get just about as many rookies as you do veterans. In this example, because some of these rookies are over here on the side. But as you can see, you get just about the same. It's about the same, so it's not so bad. It's not like Optic where you get like 2 rookies every 10 packs, and you're hoping that's going to be enough to carry over, and you hope you don't pull a lot of like Wendell Moores and something like that, like in basketball. No offense to Wendell Moore, but yeah. So that's what I like about it. It's the element of the unknown. It's only those megas were on average like $70 each. So, that's okay. It's like 2 blasters in a sense. And then you get all these die cuts. Personally, I'm not a fan of die cuts. But yeah, you get a ton of them. You get Khalil Shakur. You could get David Njoku. You could get Jameson Williams. You get all these inserts, like a Tony Pollard turbocharged. You get a numbers Mahomes, 15 if you didn't know what number he wore. Rookie select of Aiden Hutchinson. You get a futures like this Kenneth Walker or this George Pickens. So you get a lot of cards. You get a lot of cool stuff, and you could pull some autos. You could pull some numbered cards, things like that. So that's cool. Like, that's the fun part of retail. And plus, if you're a set builder, obviously you're going to open retail, and rather than trying to almost nickel and dime your way to a full set. Now with Select, there's a problem with building a set because in retail you don't get the suite level or the field levels. So that's kind of the downside of retail when it comes to Select. But overall, it's fun. It's for those who are on a budget. Yes, they are too much. Yes, blasters are too much. Yes, mega boxes are too expensive right now. I totally understand. But for most people who do open packs, it's pretty fun ripping packs. You never know what's in there. So that's always a good alternative. And then there's, let me get these out of the way. Actually, I'll just push these back. And then there's Hobby, right? Good old Hobby, the massively expensive Hobby. The reason why I chose an H2 versus a regular Hobby box is, first of all, price. Second of all, I didn't want to open all of those mega boxes, so I just wanted to do a couple of them. And yeah, so this H2 is already open. I had the cards in there, and then throw that off to the side. So H2 is where, or any hobby really, is where you're supposed to get the hits, right? Well, they're not all hits, as you could tell. So you get some base cards. I got a couple base rookies in here, you know, nothing crazy, nothing just, you know. I did get a Pickett, a Ritter. This box is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be this box. And then you get some good, you know, guys, you know, veteran guys, Jalen Hurts, and not so good veteran guys, Kyler Murray. And then you get some silver cards in here. I got Cooper Kupp. I got him in a silver. I got Wan'Dale Robinson, a rookie in a silver. I got a silver disco no huddle of Keontae Ingram. I got a red of Luke Fortner. That's the downside, is that with Select, is that there's so many cards now that you get offensive linemen. And then you got Eazy-E over here. But I did pull one good card at least. A Trevor Lawrence blue disco no huddle. This card is to 25, as you can see right there. It's a bookend, so it helps too. And then these reds are to 49, I believe. Yeah, 49 each. I don't know if you guys can catch that on the camera. But that is Hobby. Hobby is made for people who gamble or have a crap ton of money and they can open 10 boxes knowing they're going to eventually get 3 hits that are going to pay for everything. That's a tough way for the average person. For someone like me, who I put myself on a budget to spend on cards. That's tough, man. I mean, imagine if you're somebody who works 60 hours a week, you're working all this overtime, and then the best card you pull out of spending almost $400, $385 is total, including shipping and taxes. By the way, H2s are now in the store right by me, and they're selling them at $400. I noticed that online Select Hobby boxes are now going for over $1,000. So that's insane, but that's a whole different subject. But imagine spending all that money, and this is the best card you get. Granted, it's not a bad card, but is it worth the money? No, especially when you have the alternative of buying what you want. And that is another thing that I did here. So I got a bunch of singles. And the ironic part is these singles were within $1.30 of what the H2 box cost me. They're a little bit more than those 4 mega boxes, but it's within a good ballpark. So I want to do something comparable, right? So the singles I bought, let me get all that stuff for you. Okay, so the first one we'll go over is Aiden Hutchinson right there. So I got it. Whoa, that's zoomed in, isn't it? Aiden Hutchinson tricolor. This is to 149. I got, now it doesn't look so good, but I got 2 Bailey Zappies. I still believe in him. So I got 2 silver disco no huddles. Breece Hall, disco no huddle of him. Brock Purdy field level. I feel like if you get a field level, it's basically like an insert or a parallel. Dameon Pierce, I got a couple of him. I got a tricolor suite, and I got 2 maroons. Maroons are numbered to 149, so there's only 147 left of these. Ritter blue is just to 199. That was a pretty cool pickup. Drake London, I got 3 of him in here. I got a suite level and a club level disco no huddle. And then I picked up a white die cut, even though I'm not a fan of die cut, but I felt this was kind of a cool one. I like how the white frames the players. I think it's pretty cool. This is to 99. Kenneth Walker in that, green, lime green, that's to 299. Kenneth Walker silver snapshot. Sam Howell in the bronze, which is to 149. Sauce, marketable player. I got a tricolor to 149 and a purple to 75. Trey McBride, who will probably end up being the main guy in Arizona, tight end spot. Got this to 99, color match. Treylon Burks, got him to 299, and then a bunch of autos. We'll start with this first one, which is a Kenneth Walker the third. This one is numbered to 199, and then a bunch of RPAs after that. RPA of Calvin Austin, Drake London, Jahan Dotson, and yes, I do have 2 John Mechie's. So I put a bid on for $10.01 on this one, and I had one out there for like $14.50 on this one, and I ended up winning both. So I got both. This one's to 199, the vertical portrait styles to 75. Tyler Algier, I still believe in Tyler Algier. So that's to 49. Trey McBride again. This was like $5, so 99, and then they're all not hits. I did get a Tyquan Thornton before the news that he basically won't be playing for, sounds like, a while. I did get that one, and then a couple Hall of Famers or borderline guys. Drew Pearson, Hall of Famer. Reggie Wayne, future Hall of Famer, and then a couple PC cards right here in the back. First one is Ronnie Lott. Just a menace, just a beast, all-time great in the safety spot. Ahmad Rashad, former Viking. I'm a Vikings fan. I like disappointment. And so I got him, NBC Sports back in the day, Michael Jordan's best friend. And then I got 3 Justin Jefferson cards, red to, which I believe is 99. They're all concourse. I just realized that. The other one's to 75. 4/6 is my birthday. And 99 out of 99, the white. So I got those right there. So I got all those for the same price as I got the hobby box stuff. Again, Eazy-E, Luke Fortner, and Trevor Lawrence, Blue Disco. So yeah, this is the 8th grade science project part of this video. In conclusion, which one is better? Well, for me, this was more eye-opening than I thought it was going to be. I knew singles were going to be the way to go. I thought it was going to be close because I opened an H2 before and I did really well. Sold all those cards, almost got my money back on that. I'm also holding back on 2 rookies, so if I decide to get those graded, those come back 10s, and they sell for $40 each, well, then I make money on that. But however, as raw, I almost made my money back on that. That was a pretty cool experience. I've done pretty well opening select retail. I've had a couple weird autos, Lynn Dickey, Keyshawn Johnson, to name a few. Have had some weird cards, but I've also done pretty decent on the resale value too. You're doing, especially when you pair up the die cuts. So like those 2, I think they were in this one. Those 2 Patrick Mahomes, I'll probably pair those up and sell those on eBay, probably for like $6-7, because that's what they basically go for, as a tandem. So for Mahomes collectors, and but the thing about retail is, if you are someone who is out there for the flip, trying to make profit, you're not going to do it through retail. You just won't. You could do it through hobby. I crashed and burned on mine, let's be honest. But somebody also has to open the hobby rather than the breakers, because at that point the breakers are basically the ones who are raking all the money, getting all the cards. They get to dictate the market in a sense. We don't want that either. So somebody has to open up hobby, and somebody has to open up retail. But if you are a collector, you have a favorite team, a favorite player. Let's say you're a flipper, you want to hold on to rookies and flip them later, or get them graded and flip. Let's say you're a grab, slab, and flip, kind of like what I'm going to be doing moving forward. Definitely singles are the way to go. the chances of you getting something that's worth grading in retail is pretty slim. It really is. You'll get a rookie quarterback, but if that comes back a 9, you're basically just paying for the slab at that point. So it's not really, it's a gamble. It really is. But the true gamble is for hobby. That is where the gamblers go. This is for gamblers and breakers. That's basically what it's for, or people who had a really good quarter and just want to rip packs and open some beers or whatever. That is what hobby's for. Gamblers, right? I live in Vegas. I gamble, so I'll continue to buy hobby. As you'll see on my Instagram page, I do bet football. I bet college football 2 games a week. I bet NFL 1 or 2 games a week. That's how I do it. You got to be disciplined. But that's what hobby is for. Hobby is for the gamblers. Retail's for the guys who just like to open packs, who enjoy collecting cards, for kids. If you're walking through a Walmart and you got enough crap and you're like, you know what, I just need to buy a blaster. I get it. Cool. Do that. But if you're the average person, put yourself a budget. Let's say this price of an H2 or T-Mall or even a hobby box. Imagine what I could have done with an extra $600 to spend. I would have gone full bore on these. I would have got every gold I could find. I would have been nothing but autos, and we've been quarterback guys all over. But I also wanted to kind of mix it up, and I wanted to get things that I would want to buy. That's why there's no Kenny Pickett in here. I understand Kenny Pickett could be good. I just don't see it. I apologize to everyone who's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan or a Kenny Pickett holder. I just don't see it. I'd rather gamble on Sam Howell and Desmond Ridder at that price point versus the price point of where Kenny Pickett is. That's also why I have a Ridder or Brock Purdy field level. Reason why I didn't go after anything more is because I'm not too high on him. And I just don't know how that offense will do. The defense will do amazing things and will make the offense look good with field position. But is it because of this guy, Brock Purdy? Probably not. And the other thing about buying singles is that, let's say you're like me, right? I like to grab, slab, and flip. Grab, hold, and flip. I bought these RPAs a while ago, so some of them actually gone up in price. That Tyquan Thornton did not. But I also got a bunch of PC cards, right? I got 4 PC cards. Vikings. Like I said, I got a little binder thing with Viking cards in it. So I got a Mater Shot. I got 3 JJs in there. So for me, and after doing this, it is a clear no-brainer that singles are the way to go. Going into this, I knew that was going to be the way. I just didn't know why. Or I knew why, but I just didn't know by how much. And then I got the hobby box I got. That did not justify buying hobby. The retails were decent, but it's not justifying me on a way to make money through retail, right? And plus, I'm not a collector. Like, what am I gonna do with? That's not a downfall of retail. It's like all these base cards. Like, what am I gonna do with all these base cards? Luckily, there's a guy here in Vegas who buys them. But let's say I didn't live in Vegas. Let's say I lived in small town Kansas. There's probably not a guy who buys random 2022 football select of concourse and club level of select football. There's probably not somebody out there. Just base cards, a couple die cuts that nobody wants unless they're 10s, which is super rare. But yeah, so I wanted to make this video for those who are ripping and kind of getting frustrated, or like, maybe I should just buy singles. If you're a collector and you just want to buy what you want and collect what you want, buy the singles. I'm telling you, that's the way to go. If you're a flipper, buy the singles. That's the way to go. If you are a straight gambler and you just tap yourself on the arm and just want more and more and more of that adrenaline rush, yeah, buy the hobby. Get yourself disappointed. And then, but the thing about hobby is, that's also where the money's at. You see these breakers. You see these guys who just own shops, and all they do is break box after box after box. Eventually, they get some bangers. Well, that comes from hobby. So if you're a gambler, hey, hobby's your way to go. if you got kids, if you're a set collector, if you just like collecting just cards in general, and that's your means, and that's what gets you going, cool. You know what? Buy retail. But yeah, I'm back in the hobby in a big way. Not so big on eBay. Although I do have things on eBay for sale. Check it out. Benny Break 702. Link down below. But yeah, so this really did open my eyes. Singles is definitely the way to go. Definitely, without a doubt. Yeah, let me know which way you are. Are you a singles guy? Are you a hobby breaker? Let's say you do one box a month, one box every release. Do you do retail? What do you do? And does this video help you out? Kind of if you're trying to, like, in that little middle phase of trying to figure out what you want to do in the hobby and how you want to participate in the hobby, whether you want to just collect or whether you want to just flip and make money and just have a PC like I do, you know, which way are you going to go? So that's the video. No script, no nothing. Basically how I do everything. And yeah, so if you like this video, cool. If you didn't, that's fine. Still gonna post videos. As a reminder, the H2 opening will be tomorrow. That will be on the tube. The next 4 Wednesdays are going to be each of those mega boxes. And if you buy anything off eBay, I am out of town for a while. However, I have my buddy. He used to run a sports card shop here and a sports card show and his own eBay store. So he knows how to ship things on my behalf. So he'll be doing that to fill in. All I gotta do is owe him his, slice of pizza and a beer. So that's what I got. That's the video. Hobby versus retail versus singles. Singles win. Everybody have a great day. Later.